Hello, family. Look at me. It's Monday. I am doing this on a Monday. And the main reason for that is I have been working on midterm grades and I want to show you some things. I want to give you some idea of, how I go about, what we're doing with grades and that kind of thing. And hopefully maybe answer some of your questions before midterms come home and before you get on Infinite Campus and start seeing some of the grades that are going in. So first on Wednesday, when midterms come home, they should have 3 papers in their sign papers. One of them is this scale factor and practice. And what I've done is when we put these in Mastery Connect, I can print a grade sheet that tells them what they missed and what the right answer is and gives them their grade. So I don't write their grades on their paper so that there's not a bunch of grades that, people can see. I take the grade sheet, put it on the back. So the grade sheet is stapled to the back. This tells them what they missed, what their right answers are. There is already a video in Google Classroom of me going over this. So that's there if they want to go back through and see why they missed what they missed. Number 2 is their unit test. I have the name covered up. The unit test. Again, the grade sheet is stapled on the back with all of the right answers. By Wednesday, when they come home, I will have a video of me going over this whole entire test. We're not going to go over any of it in class. It'll be up to them to go back through it, see what they missed, see, where they made their mistakes, and then let me know if they have any questions. We will, this is the end of this portion of this unit. It's the end of the assessing of this portion of this unit, except for the milestones. They are still going to see this kind of stuff on the milestones, and I'm going to tell you about how we spiral back to all of that. The other thing is a project that we did, and we started it in class. We had a day in class where we worked on it. I was trying to do it kind of like a little jigsaw, and we couldn't take the time to kind of finish it in class. So what I did is I created this little document on I recycled some paper, but every student got one of these. And this shows them exactly what they've got to put on their paper like this. I think that I talked about this in a previous video, but I want to give you a little more detail. So if you know, right here is the table. They were supposed to copy that table onto the table that's on here. And then they would, then write the equation, do all that. Then they were going to copy this and this onto that table. Onto this paper. Then they copy this graph on here, and then they copy the equation on here. And then from there, they work through the rest of, they get one piece, and then they have to put all the other pieces together. On the very bottom of this piece of paper right here, it says, for all representations, be sure to use show all ordered pairs and K equals blank. Now, they know what that is. When I was grading these, I graded them as, I tried to give them as many points and as many answers as I could. I think it counted up to be like 32 answers. I rounded up to 35. Figure I'd give them some points if they had the name on the paper. I rounded it up to 35. So for example, this one, once they copied the table off of here, they should have copied this table, and then from there, they should have written the ordered pairs. After they write the ordered pairs, they know exactly how to use y over x and get k. They should have told me somewhere what k is. Take those ordered pairs, put them in a graph, take the k, make the equation, and then come over here and write a little verbal description. What had happened was, somewhere along the way, I had a lot of kids who did not write those ordered pairs. This was a summative grade, counted like a test. So I was pretty rigid when it came to holding them to what the directions were. And this is just a great example of, I'm giving them this. I went over this in class with them, stressed the importance of making sure they had these on there. But if they didn't have those ordered pairs written, that was 4 ordered pairs for each one of those, which counted up to be 16 questions. And that's not even really a 7th grade standard, but they do need to practice it. The first question on their test was about writing an ordered pair. So practicing that was important. They just left it off. And I had to count it off and count it wrong. So if you see those project grades low, 90% of the low grades are because they didn't write the ordered pairs, which was the easiest part of the whole thing. I told them I was available Monday through Friday at lunch. They could come in at lunch and I would help them with this. I had very few show up. I have done some after school tutoring days. I'll be here tomorrow until 4:30 and possibly another day this week. I just got to look at my schedule, but I'm looking at maybe tomorrow and Thursday. But I just needed to kind of give you the rundown on this project. If you have any questions you want to talk to me about anymore, let me know. I am kind of running through my head what I can do to try to give them a little bit of a boost there. But it won't be till after midterm, because I do think that they need to see the importance of making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, following the directions, following through with what's expected. If they want to, you know, I don't want any kid to fail. So, I mean, I'm going to do whatever I can to help them. But they've got to help themselves. They've got to, you know, they got to ask me if they need help, that kind of thing. Warm-ups, I just want to go back through. We've kind of changed our warm-up page this week, and I showed you this, I think, last week, but I want to stress this side of the paper because this Friday, they will have another quick check over solving equations. They have got to be able to show the steps for solving equations. We did these two in class today. I did them. I worked the entire problem, talked them through it. We did those. We're going to be practicing all week. And then they will do another quick check on Friday. This side of the paper is our spiral review, is how we're going back. And, you know, I think this number, you know, these first couple questions were some questions that very similar to what they saw on the test. Going back, this is how we reteach. This is how we reteach a test. When we don't have time to go back through the whole thing. Now, I do my videos, but that's not something that every 7th grade teacher does, so we can't count that. That's just something I do. But this is how we reteach things. They've got to take these warm-ups seriously. They've got to make sure that they are really focusing and looking at what they're doing and making sure they know what they're doing and that they understand. They got this today. This is what we're calling math, our monthly math. There is one problem for each day of the month. I took a monthly calendar. I took off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is Monday through Thursday. I didn't give it to them last week because we had a lot going on with the test. This is last Thursday's. On the back, there is a place for them to do the work. Where's 5th? Here's today's. On the back, there's a number 5, a 5th to do their work. One question. That's it. One question. Now that they did have we started sales tax and sales tax tips, markups, markdowns, all that stuff this week. We'll spend this week and next week on it, and next Friday they'll have a summative assessment over that. This is a quick little couple of weeks, and then we'll have another summative over that the Friday before the break. And so we're going to be moving at a pretty good pace, but I don't see them having a lot of trouble with this because it's still setting up a proportion, solving that proportion. So, midterms do come home Wednesday. My biggest thing that I wanted to really touch base with you on this week was making sure that you knew kind of, you know, about the project and about where some of these grades are coming from. If you have any questions, I am giving points back if they did well on their test. I am going back if you know, look and trying to help them out a little bit on some of the lower grades that took place at the beginning of the unit. Averaging grades is taking me a while. I am going to send home a grade sheet for math with their midterm, just in case their midterm grade is, just in case their grade has changed, because they printed midterms this afternoon. Today's Monday. They don't come home till Wednesday. So I'm working on this now, you know, getting all this done. So if their grade changes, I mean, I'm just going to send them in a grade sheet stapled to their midterm. If you can just sign the midterm, send it all back together. It's fine. I just wanted you to see if there has been a change in their math grade since midterms were printed. It will be on that printout. If you have any questions, let me know. You know how to reach me on Remind here at the school. You know, whatever you need to do, just reach out and let me know. Again, I'm sorry this got a little bit long, but I just really had to go through this with you and make sure that you understood kind of where some things were coming from. Please let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if your baby needs me. And again, tutoring tomorrow afternoon till 4:30. So let me know if you need anything. Have a great week. We just have a couple weeks left. We get a break. So hope y'all have a great week. Thanks. Bye.